Hello guys, this is Widow Plays What Ifs here, and I'm back at it again with another episode of this new series. What if Deku had to touch death? Part 3. And yeah, let's go where we left off. This is the same day where I left off. The day of the last day of middle school. By now, Diablo looks exactly like this. Well, his friends look exactly like they do in the picture. I'm gonna show them real quick, guys. This is Sin. She even has the tats. Yep, she has the tats. Well, it's not really tats, but it's her art quirk or graffiti art quirk. Graffiti slash art quirk, yeah. So yeah, she drew those tats pretty much and put them on herself. Oh, my bad. So yeah, she looks exactly like this right now. And then we go to Gabe right now. This is Gabe, guys. He looks exactly like this now. They all look pretty good. Yeah, they look okay. So that's what they all look like. The trio. The trifecta. So yeah. I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna get back to Diablo's picture. Here we go. We're back at Diablo's picture. So yeah. Let's go on with the beginning of the last day of middle school. This is morning time. This is breakfast. Diablo is having breakfast with his grandparents right now. As I'm gonna say, they have a breakfast meal. I don't know what Hispanic people would eat in the morning. To be honest, I honestly don't know what they would eat in Mexico. So yeah, I'm just gonna say something easy. Some eggs, some bacon, and a pancake. No. I'm gonna say waffles instead. Yeah, waffle, some syrup, eggs, and bacon. Yep. No, fuck bacon. He's gonna eat freaking sausages. Yeah, sausages are really good. So that's what he's eating for breakfast. As him and his grandparents are talking. Right now, one is talking. He's telling Diablo whenever he comes back home, him and Lilith won't be there. They have some business to take care of. Some wannabe villain wants to move up the ranks. So yeah, we're gonna take care of that idiot that's making too much noise. As Diablo just nods his head, saying, "Okay, mom and dad." Pretty much, that's what he calls them. He's been calling them that for years. They gotten used to it as well. So yeah, they I'm gonna say Juan and Lilith calls Diablo's son as well. They pretty much see him as a throne son by now, as they are the ones to raise them. I got a question though. Whoever raises someone like that, who wouldn't see them as their own? Who wouldn't? That's my question. Who would raise someone for so many years and not see them as their own? Like really? But let me go back to the story. I just need to say that. So yeah. As he says, "Okay, mom and dad, I'll keep note of that. I'll remember that." As they all just nodding. They start talking about their day or what they're gonna do. Well, one and Lily's not gonna tell them what they're gonna do per se. They told them where they're going, what they're gonna do. Yes, they already told them what they're gonna do about that part. But they're talking about other stuff, like daily stuff. So yeah. And I'm gonna say the time passes and he gets in a car, the back of a car, and some not butters but bodyguards, yeah, bodyguards drive him to his school. As he sees Sin and Gabe waiting for him outside the school gate. As he walks up to them and he says, "What's up, motherfuckers?" Yep. That's pretty much what he's like. As they just say sup, what's up? And they go to school. Yeah, they say what's up and all that good shit. They greet each other and he goes to they go inside the school as they're beginning their day of school. Multiple periods. As the day passes, nothing really noteworthy to say really about their day, except for them going to their multiple periods of first period, second period, third period, fourth, fifth, and sixth period. Well, between I'm gonna say fourth or fifth period, they're gonna have lunch. I think that would be the right time, I would say. But let's go to the last class. As god damn it. As they as the teacher says, "I know you all wanna be." Should I say he would say the same thing like the other teacher would? No. He's more professional than that other teacher. He says, "Okay, kids. Most of y'all I know wanna be heroes, but there's quite a few of you here that doesn't want to be heroes, and y'all want to follow y'all's parents' footsteps um or go into office jobs or be a police officer or fireman. So yeah, I hope y'all all have a your dreams come true, whatever y'all want to be." And and all the students nod and all that, and I'm gonna say the day ends. I'm gonna say this time though Gabe and Sin let me think on this, guys. Yep, they go outside of school, but now they're walking outside of school, walking out the main gate to Diablo's car that's usually waiting for him. His driver is already here. As I'm gonna say the driver's been waiting on him for quite a while, and like he usually is, he's always on time. And they all get inside the car, and they drive to Diablo's mansion. As I'm gonna say, they get into the mansion gates and they drive to the front of the mansion. As something doesn't feel right. Something just feels eerie right now. Diablo doesn't know what it is. As I'm gonna say Sin and Gabe feels that as well as the driver. They all feel something weird. As Diablo quickly gets out of the car and freaking runs into the house or the mansion. As he sees bloody prints on the doorknob. Bloody freaking prints throughout the house and bloody pools of blood or streaks of blood everywhere. Some on the walls with handprints on the walls. Looks like they're trying to. Looks like it was trying to hold himself or herself. As he's searched and looking. He's following the bloody prints that are going throughout the house. As it leads to the basement. As he's never been in the basement before. As he goes into the basement with his the two the duo right behind him with the driver. As the driver has his gun out now. As he's has dual pistols out. He's ready for whatever might attack them. As they quietly go step down the stairs of the to the basement. As the light is on, the lights are on in the basement. As the basement is pretty huge. It is pretty much a bunker, and it has so many weapons and a lot of other things that will help the family in case of an emergency. As Diablo sees where the fire footprints are going to, and he finally sees the person just leaning against the wall. As she slides down the wall and she is in the sin position, just holding her guts. As he sees Lilith just there with her losing a lot of blood. Blood is just coming out of her guts as she looks very pale. As he yells, "Mom!" as he runs up to her. As he asks, what happened? As he asks, what happened? Yeah, he asks what happened to Lilith. As she looks at him very weakly as she says, the new villain that we talked about earlier. He even though we had the drop on him, he just had too many men. A lot of our men got gunned down, but at the same time we destroyed a lot of his men. We didn't destroy a lot. We destroyed all of his men in the process. And Diablo asked, well, where's Dad? As he's getting very worried. As she said, your dad and the villain got into a fight. They killed each other. It was a very gruesome fight. It was a bloodbath inside the villain's hideout. As it was a war zone. That whole place, in the process of everything going down, the whole place collapsed. Someone on our side must have used his quirk, and no, I'm not going to say someone on their side. I'm going to say she says one used his quirk as Diablo wine, as he says. For him to use his quirk, it must have been really bad. He only uses that on a in a bad position. He will only use his quirk on a bad position. Pretty much. That's why Diablo says. She does not. She says it was real bad. As he says weekly, as the I'm gonna say the driver runs up to Lilith, and he starts getting things around the house. Whenever he first saw how much blood she was losing, he got a few things around the house to patch her up. As he's patching her up right now, as he's he put her on a table inside the basement, as he's stitching her up and doing all the whole 9 yards, the best he can do for someone in this position, with the kids helping him, as they don't want Lilith to die at all. She's very important to all of them. As they're stitching her up, they're patching her up, they're doing all that. They're even there was even some blood bags in the basement. As they got her they put an IV in her, and they got the exact blood type that she has, as they're pumping blood back into her. She's going to survive this, but one died. There's no coming back from that. As I'm gonna say Diablo is getting pretty mad, as he asked before his mother passes out. He says, where was the place? Where was it? Where was the place that everything happened at? As she says, don't go there. Someone might still be alive in the area. But I know it must be an area where cops are surrounding the place right now. It's most likely a crime scene. As Diablo says, I don't care, tell me. As she sees the look in Diablo's eye, as she just sighs, saying, I know you'll find out anyways. Might as well hear from me. As she tells him the address of the villain's hideout was. As him and his friends, he gets in a car. He knows how to drive by now. He knows how to drive, even though he doesn't have a license. He knows how to drive, and no one's going to tell him. None of the kids are in the right state of mind at the moment on telling them to not drive, as they want revenge right now. They want to see if there's any survivors from their side or anything. As they are driving to the address very discreetly, as they're it takes a bit of time. I'm going to say a 30 to 40 minute drive happens as they get to the abandoned or known abandoned factory. That is the known villain's hideout, or the new villain's hideout. I mean, as they see that the place is half of the area is collapsed, or at least half of the hideout is collapsed, but the other half is just hanging there. As they quickly get out of the car, as Diablo tells both of them to search other areas from where he is. He tells them to search everywhere. If there's any survivors. If there's any survivors from their side, tie them up. We'll torture them to find out information. As they both nod. As they have been trying to find any survivors. I'm gonna say Gabe's the one that finds Juan, or what's left of Juan's body. He has Juan has half of his one arm is gone. Well, half of his some of his stomach is gone on one side, while his half of his leg is gone as well by the explosion. As he is bleeding out, as he's very weak. He is very weak. As one shouts, no, not one, freaking Gabe shouts at Sin and Diablo, "We have a survivor. It's your father." As Diablo runs up to where hears Gabe's voice, as they see what's left of Juan. As he sees his grandchild, or his son, as he smiles weakly, as he says, "I thought I wouldn't be able to see your face one more time." Or any of your faces. As they're all freaking looking at Juan, and they know he cannot survive this. There's no way he can survive this. There's some shrapnel in his body, as well as his pieces of his limbs being torn off by the explosion. So he cannot survive this. He's stuck in place right now. As he coughs a little bit, he coughs some blood. As some blood comes out, splattering on the ground. As he's looking at the three kids, as he says, "What are y'all doing here?" As Diablo says, "Mom told us where this went down." As he says, "Lilith. Oh, that's good. I at least gave her enough time to get out of here. If she told you where this is, does that mean that she's alive?" As they all nod. As he smiles very weakly. As he thinks, "At least my beautiful wife is okay and safe." And he thinks he's thinking this, but he actually says this. As they're all crying. as I'm gonna say one freaking has a thought, and he grabs Diablo with his remaining hand or arm, as he says, "You gotta get out of the mansion." By now, some spies would know of this event, or at least soon they'll find out about this event. They'll try to attack our remaining forces from all sides. We'll have men remaining. We use all of our forces on this guy. As oh my as as Diablo said, "Get out. This isn't what we do. Our family don't back down." As one says, "Yes we do. For survival we do. Y'all need to leave. Y'all need to find some safe houses that we have left every other areas around Mexico. You need to go to their safe houses. You cannot go back to the mansion. If you go back to the mansion, you're gonna be screwed." As he keeps coughing while he's saying this, as Diablo says, "But mom's there." As one says, "Get her and get out. Whenever you get back to the mansion, get her and get out, and go to our safe house. You know the safe houses that I told you before. I had it burned into your brain." As Diablo nods, as one says, "You are our future. You are gonna save our Rodriguez family business." As he nods, as he says, "Okay, father." As all the kids are crying right now. Tears are going down their faces right now. As I'm gonna say, one says before he passes out and dies, he holds on to Diablo, and he looks at all three of them, and he says, "Stick together. You are all better with each other than separate. You are all better with each other. Stick together and stay friends. Y'all cannot go through anything alone. Y'all three stay together. Y'all are family." As he dies, as his head goes down and he dies, as his grip on Diablo's leg lessens, and his hand falls as he's dead. As Diablo is angry, and he tells Sin and Gabe very angrily, "Try to find any other survivors. If you find any survivor left alive on the other side, bring him to me. I want to torture these fuckers." As he says very angrily. As they both nod, as they search for any survivors. As they're searching, they search for a couple minutes, and they find someone that's passed out. As Diablo searches the pockets of Juan, and he finds a picture with he found a piece of paper and the pocket of Juan's jacket that he had on. As he unfolded it, and it tells it shows him a picture of someone, and a picture of someone that says Target, and it told him the info on this dude. As Diablo says, huh, so you're the guy that one was after. You're the asshole that caused us so much fucking trouble. As Diablo is getting angry, even angrier, as he gets up, and he's searching for this dude now. As he finds a area that was covered a little bit. As the covered area, he pulls them apart, and it's a entrance to a basement. As he thinks, huh. As he picks up a metal an iron pole per se that's a little bit daggered. As he thinks, huh, this will help in case if someone tries to sneak up on me, I at least have a weapon. Because you never know. As he thinks, as he goes down the steps, as he's going down the steps, and he turns his he sees that the basement is very dark, but because of his quirk, or at least half of his quirk, he can see in the darkness, because that's pretty much his power, shadows or darkness. So he can control that, and he can see through darkness. As he can pretty much see through the night. He has that type of eyes where he can see through the night, pretty much. As he's looking at the basement, it's a pretty big basement, but not as big as his in his mansions. As he looks, and he sees a bloody blood streaking down and leading to some place. As he smirks, and he thinks, someone must have survived the explosion. As he goes down, and he follows the streak of blood, as he sees someone bleeding out on the floor. As he sees the person, it looks just like the photo. As he has a wide and evil smirk, as his eyes are wide open, as he thinks, perfect. He doesn't laugh. He just says perfect. As he runs up to this dude, he sees the area that's wide open, and he turns on his quirk, and he cauterizes the wound, and the person that is on the ground just laying is screaming in pain. As he looks at as his eyes are wide open now, as he sees Diablo, as he's just seeing the god of death before him, as he is screaming, as Diablo just punches him in the face is knocking him out. As he says, "You're too loud." As he keeps cauterizing the the wounds on this dude. As he picks him up after doing that. As he gets up from up the stairs. As both of Sin and Gabe heard the screams. As they followed the screams. As they saw the entrance to the basement. As they were about to enter it, but they see Diablo come out of it, holding someone. As he tells them, "This is the guy we're after," or "This is the guy Father was after." As he has a white and evil smirk, and his eyes are wide, kind of crazed, but not at the same time. I noticed that most of my Dekus or female Dekus are pretty crazy, pretty batshit crazy, and I'm gonna make this guy, instead of being crazy, he's gonna be very sane. Actually, he's not gonna be crazy. He's gonna be very sane, but at the same time ruthless. He's ruthless and very sane instead of being crazy. But during the what if he might start to? Now he won't go crazy. He just, his morals are kind of screwed up. You know what I'm talking about. It's quirk. Does that. But yeah, let's go back to the story. 30 minutes, that's good. As I'm gonna say, they walk to the blacked out car. As they put him in the trunk. They put the dude in the trunk. They all get into the car and they drive off just in time whenever they hear sirens coming every which way. As Diablo says, just on time. As they drive off. He's driving back to his office, or not the office, but his mansion. As they go to the drive-through of not drive-through, but you know, his the entrance to his mansion, and they go into it. As Diablo tells them to get his mother and the driver that's taking care of her. As he says, "I gotta do something. Make sure that no one steals my father's files. Anything that he has on him will help us." As they all nod. As Diablo quickly goes to his father's office. As he gets something. As he gets one of those what's it fucking called? Let me think on the name. As Diablo goes into the office and he downloads all the info, and he's put it all into a little hard drive, pretty much. He's taking all the info and destroying the office. After he did that, he took all the info, everything that his father or grandfather had. As he destroyed the office. He destroyed it. He bashed in anything that has to do with that was electronic inside the office. He destroyed. As he went to the backyard and he went to the backyard and he got a few jerry cans as he told as Sin and Sin and Gabe's Gabe was free, hands were free, so he gave them the jerry cans as he told them to pour the jerry cans around the house. We're gonna set on a flame so no one can have any info on any information on my parents, anything that they had regarding the business. That's the smartest option, to burn this place to the ground in case if there was any info. So no one will get that info. As they both nod, that's the best decision that they could come up with at short notice. As they poured the gas on everything in the house, every little room, every little crevice, they poured gasoline on. As Diablo set a match, as his mother and the driver was already in the car waiting for them. As he set a match, as he threw it in the living room. As he lit a match and he threw it to the living room near the furniture. As they quickly left the house and they went to the car, as Diablo told the driver to drive to this location. As they did, the driver did. He drove to a location that Diablo told him to. As the house quickly went up in flames, quicker than they anticipated, as everything went very quickly. And yeah, the house was burning down. Burning to the ground. So yeah, I'm gonna say they went to that location that Diablo said. And this location is a very discreet location where no one would actually think someone would be hiding in. As by the time that I'm gonna say that Diablo and everyone left the estate, heroes and cops were on their way to the estate to try to find anyone that try to find anyone, as they found a lot of dirt, as they don't know, they didn't know that that the main person or one died yet, as they're trying to find one because they found all the evidence by now to get dirt on him, to lock him and his wife up forever, or not really forever, lock them up for life, pretty much. As at the same time villains or organizations were around Mexico were about to go and raid the main mansion at the same time as the cops and heroes, as they were going to be cornered on all sides. But one was already one step ahead of everyone and told his son what to do. he knew that this was going to happen soon. He just didn't know that he knew this was going to happen, but he didn't know it was going to happen that soon. So yeah. Has whenever Diablo went or left the estate, he heard police sirens in the distance yet again, then being one step behind. As he laughs, as he says, "They're always one step behind my father," as he says that with a chuckle. Even in his death, they are always one step behind. As I'm gonna say, only 3 minutes. I'm gonna make this an hour long. I'm gonna make this an hour long, guys. As Diablo goes to that hideout, like I told y'all before. As they're in the hideout now with his mother and the kids. As Diablo tells everyone to bring him any devices that they have on them that might be tracked. As they'll give him a phones that they have. As he breaks over them, as he says, "We'll be tracked easily with the phones on us." Though I'll make us some new phones. Should he be the one that's tech savvy? No, I'm gonna make Gabe tech savvy, as he says, "Gabe, you're very tech savvy. You can create things very easily tech wise." As Gabe nods, as he says, "You're gonna make us new phones." As Gabe says, "I'll have to have a lot of things in order to do that. I'll need the ingredients. Well, not really ingredients, but I'll need the parts for that." As Diablo says, "We can easily steal those things that you need." As he nods. As as I'm gonna say, the driver asks, "What can I do?" As he's very anxious. He doesn't know what to do now. His boss is dead that he served for years. And his boss's wife is majorly hurt. Well, they're on the run at the moment, so he doesn't know what to do. All he knows is he wants to protect his family that he served all his life. As this guy has served the Rodriguez family for ages. Cause one saved him whenever he was little. He took him in pretty much from his abusive family and all that. I'll show you a picture of the driver. As I might give him a name. He might become relevant in the story. As I'm going to say yeah, that guy asked what can he do, and Diablo said, "I don't know yet." What about being discreet, being our spy for other organizations? As I'm going to say The driver asks, where should I even start? As Diablo says, first, I want you to be a spy for the Hero organization. The Hero, any info you can have on heroes. As the bodyguard says, but by my reps, I don't think they would take me in. As Diablo says, yes, you're right. Actually, that was pretty dumb of me. I didn't think on that. As he thinks, I'll think on what you can do soon. As I'm gonna say, Sin, as what can she do? As Diablo says, get this place ready and prepped for us. This place needs to be run. This place needs to be ready and started up. As she nods, as she starts getting this place ready up, or ready for them to do business in and start their criminal organization, or the new and improved Rodriguez organization. As I'm going to say, Lilith is not awake yet. She hasn't woken up yet, so she's still in slumber. She's still in a slumber. As the Diablo puts her on a couch. As he lays her down there. As he puts a blanket covering her. As he thinks this will not do. We need a better place. Very quickly. We need to move up in this organization, or move up in the ranks again in the criminal world. But I guess shit like this happens if you're in this line of business. As everyone's getting this place ready for things. As Diablo says, I almost forgot. Bring a chair in the middle of the room. Put a chair in the middle of the room. And he says that to the driver, as the driver does. As Diablo tells Sin to bring the body of the villain. We're gonna torture him for information. Anything that will help us move up in the criminal world. As they Sin nods. As she brings the body of the villain in. As she puts him on the chair. As they tie his arms behind the chair. They tie his hands behind his back and tied his legs together so he can't really move. As some time passes, and I'm gonna say Lilith wakes up. As she asks where is she? As she sees the kids and the driver waiting for just sitting around and doing things on computers and shit. As she sees the place that she's in, and she thinks, one of our safe houses. As she looks at the villain that's tied up in the chair, as her eyes are wide open, and she didn't think that he was still alive. She thought that one killed him in the explosion with its quirk. But she her expression turns into a poker face, and she turns her expression into a poker face into a more colder poker face. Yeah, cold poker face. That's her normal expression. As I'm gonna say, she gets up and she says, "How long was I out?" As Diablo says, for 7 hours. As she just nods. "I thought you would be out for longer, Mom." As she says, "She's a tough woman. That ain't gonna keep me down for long." As Diablo just nods, he knows that his mother or grandmother is a tough woman. So yeah. As she says, "So you are just waiting for the villain to wake up." As they all nod. As she says, "I can't wait to watch this." She says, with a very evil smirk. As she says, she asks, "Can she take the lead on this?" As Diablo says, "Why not? He did kill father, your husband." As she says, "Yes." As the time passes, a little more time passes, and the villain wakes up. As he's feeling pain all over his body. As he thinks, "What did that monster do to me?" As he sees the woman in front of him, and he's surprised, and he sees that he's tied up in the chair, and he thinks, "Fuck, my plan didn't work." As this is the end of the episode. This is the end of episode 3 of What If Deku Had Touch of Death. Yeah. And I'm gonna say my next episode. The next episode I'm gonna do is I'm gonna be back to pirate Pirate Deku. As I'm gonna switch between that series and this series back and forth for now on, until I decide to and here and there I'll do one episode of my other series until they get to 4 episodes, and then I'll get back to my two main series that I had. Some people went what if Deku was Dobby back, and what if Deku was merged with Starscream. Someone those series back. I'll do that whenever all the series get to 4 episodes. But I wanna do quite a bit of episodes on what if Deku was a pirate, and what if Deku had the touch of death for a little bit. I'm going to do quite a few episodes on these 2 series. So yeah, I just want to tell you that right now. So yeah, hope you enjoyed this episode, and hope you subscribe, and tell me how you feel. Hope you have a good another day, wherever your time zone is in your part of the world. And peace out.